Alright, we're going to get started in just a moment here with the sinking city. There we go. Alright, so Sunday we finished up Calling to Cthulhu. So we're going to make sure something on, and also we're going to learn how cities can sink. Continue our trip down Lovecraft and Lovecraft-inspired things with The Sinking City, made by Frogwares. Well, that's an ominous start.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Alright, that was what we had on that loading screen. So this is the Xbox Series X version of the game. Was self-published by Frogwares after having some issues with their publisher. How do I... Looks like I can do a thing there. I think I might have accidentally used my knowledge point. So this does have combat in it. Okay, here we go. This is what we want. Alright, right stick is how we look around. Flashlight. Didn't I just pick up a camera? Alright, well. We can't interact or do anything with that on the wall
Never
there.
trust a tourist advertisement.
Because I feel like I should be able to, like, take a picture or something of this thing. Well, that's the melee button. Oh wait, here we go. Okay. So, let's see here. We got Tommy gun, we got a pistol, we got a camera, we got a med kit, we got a iron ingot. Oops. Okay, let's stop messing around and continue with the game now.
Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Well, that sounds ominous. This map is quite a bit bigger than I was expecting.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Like how they've handily marked exit here.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Innsmouthers obviously being a reference to the works of H.P. Lovecraft.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
It take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I mean, our character, well, I guess, so the one guy is under an umbrella, and our character does at least look like he has been rained on. Mr.
Please forgive
Bargoose.
the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Let's see.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Not quite, but it's pretty close. Also, that is a tiny bed.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Let's
Choo
continue
choo.
investigating first.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina.
Well, that's weird.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Glenna, Nehri,
Okay.
Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina.
Alright, that seems to be the only mind's eye thing in here.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Is that just a random spook image of a guy holding like a gun or something?
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house. Five cards short of a full house. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside. on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Well, seem to be out of things here. Let's head out to the boat where they supposedly found him, I guess.
I've said everything I know.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Sounds like Albert was having a good time.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Okay. I did not get the all clues, all evidence found in here, so I must have missed something.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
And we searched that. Great, I somehow got more
This
stuff.
dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Ah yes, of course, the living room squid. Everyone has one of those.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Don't know how I missed that guy obviously laying on the ground there, but okay. Way to go, me. Missing the obvious.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face.
So someone shot the Throgmorton.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Gotta be that one first, right?
What's happening?
And then that one,
Take
and then this one,
ape
right?
face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Alright. Alright, there we go. Got all the evidence now. Let's go to that Mind Palace. Okay, yeah, so this is like the... This is kind of similar to the Sherlock Holmes games I've played, where you kind of take different things and pair them with other pieces. So we know these two don't go together. Apparently those don't either. Oops. So these are things we've unlocked, I guess, and then yeah, there's still stuff we can match together. Nope. Nope. Great. I can track them using my supernatural senses. Interesting. Let's just follow these shadow people. No shamblers. There was a perfectly normal dream sequence to start the game.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Let's look at our mind palace. Oh, here we
Even
are.
though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Ooh.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Yes, I have no idea who this blood could possibly belong to.
There's something in the pocket.
Ah, they're underwater in the sinking city, get it? Oops.
The blood is
Keep
fresh.
hitting the wrong buttons.
Whoever it belongs to could not have got far.
Just run my face against that door and open it. Oh no.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far.
Great. So I can shoot them or melee attack them. So why I would shoot them, I don't know.
The door won't budge.
Well, that thing ain't right.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
To the Mind Palace. Maybe hiding at the bar in Oakmontport. Okay, good to know. So this is like, you know, Call of Cthulhu, except we don't have the Call of Cthulhu or the Call of Cthulhu license, so we made up our own stuff. Hey, there's a frozen one of those things. Also, is that a shovel I'm swinging? Or an axe? Can't tell.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
I was not expecting to get combat this soon, so did not have my pistol equipped. So let's see here, where is this bar? Feel the gentle touch of tentacles. Oh, you know what? It must be, yeah, it's that shovel on my back I'm swinging. Magically teleports into my hand so I can melee attack. Aren't those giant fucked up rats too? No, this does not take place in Japan, Bargoose. This takes place in fictional Massachusetts town. And our main character is from, of course, that other fictional Massachusetts town, Boston. Okay, so under the keel bar is this way. I thought it was a rat. Let's take out our camera and get a closer look. Those look like a fucked up tentacle rat things. Under the keel bar is still this away. Here we go, under the keel bar.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Don't do that again.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea, others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if
Okay,
you wanna
Predator.
erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Well, that was easy to get him to turn on Lewis.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really?
Do tell.
Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you wish.
So basically what I'm getting from talking to that lady is that Oakmont is essentially a prison. Trade smoke and booze and bullets apparently, and rifle around random people's stuff.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not
I'll think about it.
cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
To the Mind Palace. If he was actually affected by the psychosis like everyone else was, I'm gonna guess he probably would have been somewhat disabled and not go murder crazy and chase after him and such. So I'm gonna say he was aware of his actions. Nah, definitely going with this one. I think that one makes more sense, but what do I know? It didn't look like the other people attacked him. They just kind of saw weird visions. So I do think it was deliberate, but I think it was more of a... I think it was more of a case of him knowing that Albert was infected by or affected by something and causing other people to be affected / infected by that thing and wanting to put a stop to it than it was related to the Throgmorton-Innsmouther feud.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
That was quite the performance on the no, no, no line reading there.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I need it to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. bullets mean more than bills.
Boy, got myself some bullets. Wait, when did I get that revolver too? Oh, there it is, I see it. I'm gonna guess that the reason why the currency is bullets is not a logical explanation. Oh no, my hat. So the reason why they're bullets is not like there's not a logical or good explanation for it. It's that they wanted a way to balance the combat so that way you just didn't have a million bullets, and the best they could come up with was making bullets the currency as well. And so you have to choose between using the bullets to get stuff or saving them for combat. Kind of like the Metro games did.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Mystic Tomes. Well, at least I've got my hat back in the real world.
Never again, they say.
Yeah. Charles W. Reed. Oh, 1894 to 1917.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
So I can remove my giant backpack and also gain fur on my coat for some reason. I can have a nice fancy wind coat. So I can become Sherlock Holmes. I kind of like this outfit. I think we'll equip that. Oh yeah, now we're styling. That's my flashlight on my chest there. You can see it here, and then when I turn it on, oh, now he won't look at me. Well, isn't that kind of Mr. Vanderberg? So, book person, there we go. Okay. I guess we need to go find the books. Nope, nothing in here. Okay, good. We can come in here. Okay, I see how that works now. So let's see here. Oh, okay. I understand. So it gives me the directions, and yeah, okay, we're definitely not going to be doing this right now. Ooh, another note.
The door won't budge.
I can't break into random people's rooms. But I can steal this person's stuff.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
I like how we've put up a sign for our hotel room. Okay, so we can break into some people's places. Is this meant to be like Zorro or something? What is with this? It kind of looks like a Z. Can't interact with it or anything. Wonder if we take a picture if anything will happen. Nope. Right, yes. No, that's fine.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Sorry, but who are you again?
You bang your head or something? I'm Victor Olmsted. I own the place. This place. The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
Great, more side quest
I'm
stuff.
watching you, newcomer.
Don't mind me while I just rifle through your things. Oh, it's a giant crab, I see. Oh, there's the door. So let's see, where was that place we need to go? Not Throgmorton Manor. It was... not here either. Northern Coverside at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. Asher Road. Where's Asher Road? Where's Hubert Avenue? So is it this place? Oakmont Police Department must be near here. So probably around there somewhere, I'm guessing. So let's go check out this headquarters. See what we can find there. Oh, jeez. Did not mean to fall into the water there. I'm glad it didn't instantly kill me. Looks like it should be straight up ahead here. We'll check out what's going on there, and then I think we'll call it an evening. Hubert and Roosevelt. Ugh. Something bad happened here. Whatever that is doesn't sound good. Oh geez. Well, that was almost bad. We're not in the greatest of shape. We'll hold off on healing. Hopefully if I do die, we have a not horribly inconvenient autosave. Set it to enemies and what I'm assuming is crafting material. Oh hey, I didn't even realize I had 2 knowledge points. Okay, good to know. That seems like it's probably important. 25 pieces of any crafting material. Man-eating eels. Great. I feel like being able to carry more healing items would be good, so we'll start upgrading that way as well. Okay, I see how I can craft here. So I can use gunpowder and shell casings to craft pistol ammo, or 2 to craft revolver ammo. Ooh, I also have a foot trap. And I can make first aid kits with alcohol and coil springs. Can't carry any more of whatever that is. Oh, whoops, that's first aid. Oh well. I'm beginning to suspect more and more that this is not the correct location. But we'll keep exploring here, and then we'll actually find that headquarters. What's up with this dude? So it's probably up ahead here somewhere.
Damn newcomers.
Suits and top coats. Here we go, Expedition Headquarters. Let's explore this place and then, yeah, like I said, we'll call this a night here.
Guess I don't need the key. Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Nope, the birds just start when we get here. Alright. See if anything else shows up here. Nope. Can't say I ever saw another shell like it. Of course, scientifically valid ways of protecting against the supernatural. Okay, so we see the birds. Here we go. Okay. Didn't realize Predator Vision could do that. Interesting. Ah, jeez. Was not expecting to get suddenly shot out of nowhere by someone. Fishman, looks like. Nope. There we go. Ooh, you only craft one bullet. That's good to know. Fishman who shot at us. Not finding any other clues. Oh, there's something blue glowing up there. Let's go check that out. Ah, we can do one of the recreation things. Here we go.
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
See, was there anything that happened upstairs? Doesn't look like it.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Gee, I wonder what order they went in. Well, let's hear the kick in the door.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
They did that. And they sealed themselves in down here.
I fatah me
And then they did this.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Alright. Grimhaven Bay. Oakmont Chronicle. Isn't that one of the places on our map? Delete that now. University Library, City Hall, Throgmorton Manor, Hospital St. Mary. Yeah, the Oakmont Chronicle. So that's probably where we're gonna head to next. We're gonna place a thing there. And yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna call it for tonight. Call it a little early. But I'm enjoying this game, certainly. So I'm gonna come back to this. Next week, we will continue with, the Sinking City. But for now, this is gonna be it. Later.